Hey everyone, welcome to All Things Pelvic Floor. Let's talk about function. So what is the function of the pelvic floor? We talk about, that it's down there, all that good stuff, but we never really talk about how fascinating the pelvic floor muscles are because they are a multidisciplinary muscle. So let's break a few of those functions down, shall we? First of all, our pelvic floor muscles help to suspend our pelvic organs. Think about that. If you did not have that layer of muscle down there at the base of your pelvis, there would be nothing stopping anything, right? Your bladder's down there, your vaginal walls, your uterus, your ovaries, your rectum, they all are suspended by ligaments, but ultimately at that base layer, you have your pelvic floor. Also, the pelvic floor functions to stop the flow of urine and fecal matter. So it's helping to give you bladder control. It's helping you regulate down there. It's helping you stop and start the flow of urine. Maybe start the gas that might leak out. Just saying, ladies. So it has that function to where it can tighten and then release whenever we need to use a restroom. It also is there for sexual function, right? So the great thing about the pelvic floor is it has that ability to contract and relax, just like any other muscle. And we need both of those functions and functioning appropriately for us to be able to do the things that we do down there. Also, the pelvic floor is down there for pregnancy and childbirth. Whenever it comes to childbirth, whenever it comes to pregnancy, the pelvic floor has different roles. During pregnancy, you need your pelvic floor to be supple yet strong to support that growing fetus, to support your added weight as your baby grows. And then during childbirth, it needs to be able to yield and give way so that your child can enter into this world if you are having a vaginal delivery. All of these aspects are very key and very important. The pelvic floor also, it has some different other responses in regards to pressure management and breath. I always like to add this one in, and sometimes I forget to add it in, so I wanted to make sure that it was in this video for you. It's there to help regulate pressure so you can breathe optimally. Because if you've watched any of my other videos, I talk about the core canister, how you have a top, a bottom, a front, and a back to your torso here. And all those muscles are there to help you optimally function and be able to breathe appropriately. And whenever we're managing the pressure, intra-abdominal pressure that's created by that space appropriately, we are able to get a good strong breath, good core control, and have a lot of power and support. Okay, so the pelvic floor is down there giving us that base layer, giving that base, its base and strength. And if the pelvic floor is functioning appropriately, it gives us that power. It gives us that ability to have that central core strength that we need. I talk about this a lot in my fundamentals course. The fundamentals really dives into why the core canister is so important, why the pelvic floor is so important, and why the functions that we've just talked about are necessary for everyday life. But if our pelvic floor isn't optimally functioning, those functions can kind of go a little haywire. So if you haven't checked that out, please do. Up next, we're going to dive a little bit deeper into the pelvic floor, so make sure you check that out.